Hey guys, what's up? I'm Chef Nyesha Arrington. I am here with Cook With Us on Well+Good, and today I'm gonna show you how to make a delicious, fantastic corn soup with coconut ginger vibes. You're definitely going to want to get into this. So, like any recipe, you always want to make sure we have our mise en place. Mise en place essentially translates into everything in its place, right? Because that makes cooking a lot more fun. So, we're going to start with preparing our corn. What I like to do when using corn is place a clean towel down over my work surface. I cut my corn off the cob. And for this recipe, I'm actually going to use the center of the corn because there's a ton of flavor in the cob. So definitely save our cobs. What I like to do is slice down and take all the kernels off of the cob. Corn has a lot of starch in it. So whenever you're preparing corn, you do not want to cut your corn too much ahead of time, because reality is, since there's a good amount of sugar in our sweet corn, the sugar actually converts to starch, and it actually really affects the flavor profile of our soup. So cut your corn just before you're going to make this soup. So now that we have our corn prepped, we're actually just gonna set this aside, and we're going to make our corn stock. For the base of our corn soup, this cob still has a ton of corn flavor in it. So what I like to do is I reserve the corn milk essentially by just running my knife on the back of this cob, and you get a ton of this like corn puree essentially out of this, right? So that's going to give us a lot more yield and also a lot of flavor, right? So you just scrape out the rest of that corn and reserve all of that mash. If you think about like a stock, right, using like bones, this is essentially the bone. We can extract a ton of flavor out of this. And then that's gonna go into our soup. So I place my cobs into a pot, cover with water, a little bit of thyme, and bring to a simmer for about 45 minutes. What is an important step when making any stock, right, is the extraction of flavor. So a few rules are not to overboil. You don't want to rapidly boil. So just a light simmer, cooking for about 45 minutes with any vegetable-based stock, allowing to sit off the heat, covered, for about 15-20 minutes or so. Those aromatics, we don't want them to escape out of the pan. We want to capture all of that aroma and goes back into the stock to kind of perfume our stock. And here we have a beautiful corn stock. Smells like the most beautiful fresh corn that you could get. So we have our corn stock, we have our corn scrapings out. We are going to prep our shallots. And for this type of recipe, I love to use shallots because they have a really nice sweetness to them without being overpowered in this sort of onion flavor. For the shallots, I do not want to cut them too small. Really, I just want to break them down so that they cook evenly. So this corn soup I adore because I actually use coconut milk, and that adds a very beautiful layer of flavor and also just a little bit of sweetness that plays off the natural sweetness in the corn. So since I'm using coconut milk, I'm going to use coconut oil to cook our shallots. So in this pan, heavy bottom pan, I have coconut oil and I have our shallots. And we're also going to add some salt, right? Himalayan sea salt, we all know, is my favorite. So I like to add my salt in the beginning of this cooking process because it helps to break down our aromatics. So as these shallots sweat, we're going to cut our ginger. It's gonna turn that down to low so that it just sweats without too much color, right? Because we want to have this soup have a vibrancy to it without being muddled with the caramelization of shallots in this recipe. Okay, for our ginger, what I'm going to do is basically create a flat work surface, right? So what I like to do is actually cut ginger in half so that we have a flat, safe surface to work with. What I'm gonna do is cut this ginger into a mince, essentially, just to break down, but I'm not worrying about knife cuts. And for this recipe, you really only need about an inch piece of ginger. So what's happening in this pan are the shallots are sweating, becoming translucent. The aromatics are absolutely phenomenal. And that Himalayan sea salt is helping to draw a lot of the moisture out of our aromatics. Great. So from here, I'm going to add some of the corn. About 3/4 of the corn is going to go into our pot, and I'm going to reserve some of our corn on the side for garnish, which I just love texture, right? I don't want to have a soup that's all pureed. I want a little bit pureed, a little bit fresh, a little bit cooked. So it's exciting to eat on our palate. But we're achieving all of this with using one ingredient. So that's really fun. We're gonna turn up the heat here. Really important to layer your flavors, right? We don't want to add all of the salt in the beginning or all of the salt at the end. You want to season the entire way through the process because it really affects how the end result comes out. So we'll add in our second installment of salt, just a light, just to kind of coax the moisture out of the corn. And from here, we'll add the coconut milk. I love using coconut milk because it's all natural, dairy-free. It has great fat content in it that's really good for you. Also, a pinch of cayenne pepper, just to give it a little bit of heat and layers of flavor. If we cover the pot, it will come to a simmer very quickly. Okay, we have simmer. For vegetable-based soups and stocks, they do not need to cook for a long time. Meat-based stocks, they need to cook for a long time, but when you're dealing with vegetables, you really just want them to shine. So now that we have our first layer of aromatics, I take about 3 sprigs of thyme. I simply take the leaves off, give this a little taste. You know something's gonna be delicious when the base is already amazing. So from here, I wanna add nutmeg, which just adds tons of depth of flavor. I'm gonna take our amazing aromatic corn stock and add this to the base of our soup, reserving some to the side. And I want this to be kind of like a chowdery consistency. So now that I add my corn stock, I'm going to allow this to come up to a simmer, and then we can blend. Let's create our delicious garnish. We're going to use the reserved corn, and this is gonna be very simple, right? We want to mix this with some chopped chives. Chives are one of my favorite ingredients of all time. Chives are gonna add an amazing flavor of onion without being too strong. Very mild, beautiful freshness coming from our chives. So take a small bowl. Using that reserved corn, it's going to mix together a little bit of salt, not too much, and also just a little bit of olive oil. Just gonna lightly toss together, and we can set aside and start to process our soup. Let's see what we got. Oh, awesome. A lot of the liquid has reduced, the corn is cooked through, our shallots are cooked through, and it smells amazing. So now what we wanna do is blend our soup. So I'm going to add some corn and some of the broth. And again, remembering that corn has a good amount of starch in it, so it'll thicken up as we blend. I'm going to do this in a couple batches. Whenever blending ingredients that are hot, you want to be very careful not to overcrowd your blender, because what happens is there's a lot of pressure that builds up inside. So allow your soup to cool for a little bit, and just be very, very careful not to overcrowd your blender. Okie dokie, let's see where we're at. Beautiful texture, it's super thick, kind of like this porridge consistency, which I love. So now that we've blended half of our soup, I'm going to put the soup back into the same pan. This is gonna act like a natural thickener for our soup, and it just gives this beautiful texture. This is my favorite part, the eating part. So I'm gonna place a little bit of this simple corn salad in the bottom of my bowl. And we have our beautiful corn soup. And then a little garnish. Just a little olive oil, drizzle, and voila. And what I love about this dish is that there are not a ton of ingredients, right? There's very little ingredients, but really it's allowing the corn to shine. I'm getting into this. This is my favorite part. What I like to do is mix all of the corn experience together so it makes my palate excited. That will work. This is like just one of those super clean, fun, amazing recipes that really hugs your soul. I mean, I think that's what soups have the ability to do, is they have a natural way of like getting into your soul and hugging you from the inside. I adore the way the ginger comes in on the background. Just says, hello, I'm here. And it plays with the coconut milk. A little bit of a nutmeg whisper. Just really lovely. Thank you so much for following along with this delicious, simple, weekday, weekend, easy corn soup recipe. Getting corn in 3 forms, fresh, cooked, and pureed, all in one lovely bowl, hugged by chives. This has been Cook With Us with Well+Good. For more videos, subscribe below.